Good morning and welcome to the next installment. In this episode I'm going to haul out the motor and see if I can check the coupler because I can hear a scraping noise. I'll give you a demo and see what it sounds like. You can hear there's definitely a scraping noise going on there, so I've got my new little hoist here which I'm going to wrap around the motor, make things a lot easier, and then we'll haul it out. First step is to disconnect all the electrical wiring. Then I will unscrew the control panel here, that'll come out. Then we disconnect it from the adapter plate and the whole motor should just pop out. I've done a bit of sleuthing and I've checked some old photos I've got of the coupler here, and I think I've found the problem. This area here has been smoothed off by rubbing against the gearbox, so it looks as though this has moved forward by a millimetre or so. So I'm just going to loosen up the bolts on the side, move it back and then tighten them up, and hopefully that'll fix the problem. This time I'm going to do them up nice and tight and hopefully they're not going to pop out again. Just making the final connection now. Yes, I'm aware I look like Homer Simpson at the nuclear power plant, but just wanted to be safe rather than sorry. Well, it sounds a lot better now. Have a listen to the motor spinning. Much better. No more squeaky noise. Well, look at that. There it goes, crossing over. 609, that makes 1609, which is 1,000 miles, so that's it. 1,000 mile has been reached. Woohoo! Alright, off to the next 1,000. We now have an electric lawnmower. We used to use petrol lawnmowers, but after we found out just how polluting small petrol engines are, we've switched to electric. So now we have an electric car and an electric mower. Go, what's next? Now, is that a nice looking lawn or what?
But given the innovation for efficient use of energy for transportation, Gavin has converted a car to run purely on electricity, as you can see, using a motor and 12 deep cycle batteries.
Well, as you no doubt saw, I have just won the Taranaki Regional Council Award for Innovation and Efficient Use of Energy for Transportation, which is pretty damn cool, eh? Now, there's been a lot of talk on the internet that electric cars are slow, so I'm going to disprove this myth here by pulling over and doing a 0 to 50k an hour speed test in this little flat section here, just to prove that acceleration of electric cars isn't actually slow. So I'll do a close-up of the speedo. Okay, it's a bit difficult to do this with a camera in the hand, but here we go. Hopefully this will dispel the myth once and for all that electric cars are slow. On your marks, get set, go. There we go, that's not very slow at all, is it? That's in second gear too. Well, there you go, just call me one of the Mythbusters team. People have also asked what happens when I start off in first gear, and this is what happens. As you can see, first gear really has no purpose with a clutchless electric car. Because changing gear takes a couple of seconds longer than normal, there's really no need for it. It just gets in the way. Second gear is more than sufficient for driving around town. So is the jury still out on which is better, clutched or clutchless? Doesn't really matter. Go whichever one you want to go with. I just chose clutchless because it was simple and cheap. I'm currently installing a couple of small solar panels. Now these are just low quality, low power ones, just to offer a little trickle charge to help top up the accessories battery, as the car will be sitting in the sun during the day. Well, providing it's actually sunny. Well, it looks like a lovely day, but it's actually a bit cloudy and almost in the middle of winter, although we're still getting, is that 100 milliamps? What's that, 0.1 of an amp? Well, the good news is my wife and I have just bought our first house here in New Plymouth. Unfortunately, the bad news is we have no money at all. So all sorts of renovations on the house are full steam ahead, which is draining even more cash, and the car doesn't even have a garage. It's got to sit out here on the front yard. Yes, even though the car's forced to sit outside, our biggest priority is to put some insulation into this refrigerator of a house. It has absolutely no insulation, I mean not a piece, so that's our first priority. Also, I want to go and start renovating what I like to call the communist room. Let me show you. Yes, this is our bathroom. Is this 1960s communist or what? Isn't it disgusting? So you can see why this is at the height of our renovation list. And I apologise if I offended any communists out there, but just look at this. Crikey. For the creation of my front battery snugglizers, I'm going to use a combination of this 5mm thick foam, sealed cell foam, and this adhesive foil tape. So far so good. I'm going to use a couple of these ties to secure it, that way I can take it off easily when summer comes around. That's one down, now for number two. Right, now tighten the final string. And there we have it. Straight out of the set of Deep Space Nine, but at least it should do the trick to keep the batteries warm in winter. Well, I'm about to open up the unspent gas money jar and see just how much money is actually in here. There's quite a bit of green. Right, that makes a total of $760 so far that I would have otherwise spent on gas. It would have otherwise gone up in smoke, literally. So, quite a bit of money there now. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. Might go on a cruise. A very, very short, small cruise. Let's check it back in 6 months. Get out of it. The cost of fuel keeps going up, but as you can see, our unspent gas money jar also keeps going up. Eventually we want to have enough to go to Fiji or somewhere like that, so I'll probably have to save up for another 8 months or so, but it'd be nice to go to a tropical island running on money that otherwise would have gone up in smoke. So for the time being, we'll just carry on driving and clocking up those electric Ks. So hope I've encouraged a few other people to start their electric conversions. If I haven't, make a start. Stop paying for gas. So, alright, see ya.